Do you need to sell your home fast or just don't want to hassle with selling the traditional way? Have you considered selling your home to Opendoor? Today, we're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly about selling to Opendoor, so stay tuned. Opendoor is a company that claims to make it easy and stress-free to sell your home with their seamless process. They state on their website that the main benefits of selling your home to them are speed and convenience. We've done our own research and want to bring you what we have found so you can decide if you should sell your home to Opendoor. And in this video, we're going to go through their process, the pros and the cons, show you how selling to Opendoor compares with a traditional sale, share a few reviews, whether you should sell your home to them, and what other options may be available to you. Sounds good? So then let's dive into the process.
You've probably gotten a letter or a postcard in the mail from Opendoor at some point showing you a price range of what they would be willing to pay for your house. And usually it seems pretty much in line with the current real estate market values. Now, even if you don't get an offer in the mail, you can go to their website and follow a few simple steps. You input your home address, and then you're taken to a screen asking what type of offer you'd like. Would you like a cash offer with the ability to possibly get other higher offers from their pool of buyers, or work with one of their agents to actually list your house and put it in the MLS similarly to a traditional sale? For this video, we're just going to focus on the cash offer.
After completing the online questionnaire about your house, you should receive a preliminary cash offer within 24 hours. Should you accept their offer, they will arrange for a virtual home tour via either video, call, or submitting property photos and a video for verification. Opendoor will send out an in-house appraiser to inspect the property. You'll receive a final offer within 2 business days. This offer includes their 5% service charge, repair expenses, and closing costs. You can select a closing date up to 45 days out with the possibility of leasing back the property for up to 17 days for a daily fee and a refundable deposit. So that's it. Sounds pretty amazing and stress-free, right? Well, let's dig a little deeper and talk about the pros and the cons of selling your home to Opendoor based on quite a few experiences we found online. Here are the pros. They'll give you a preliminary cash offer within 24 hours based heavily on computer algorithms. You can avoid the upfront out-of-pocket cost of staging the home or any repairs. They give you flexibility of closing timeline up to 45 days out. You don't have to have your house shown except for the Opendoor appraiser that will need to take a look. Let's talk about the cons. Opendoor extends a low-ball cash offer typically around 70% of your home's fair market value. Then they charge that 5% service fee, reducing the total equity you get from your home. Their repair fees are taken off your original offer, and based on many reviews, their repair fees can be anywhere from $2,000 to over $30,000, with $30,000 being very common. They have a very strict buying criteria for properties they buy, and they can back out of the deal at any time if your home no longer fits that criteria.
So what is their criteria? What types of homes does Opendoor buy? They have a general list on their website, but it will vary depending on the area. They buy single-family homes, townhomes, and sometimes duplexes and condos. Their price range to buy is generally between $100,000 and $600,000, but they can buy homes worth up to $1.4 million. Now, in most areas, they will buy homes that sit on a maximum lot size of 1 to 2 acres, and they typically buy homes built after 1930. The home must be located within their coverage area, which is currently about 51 metropolitan areas. Now, here's what they don't buy. They don't buy prefab or mobile homes. They won't buy homes located in flood zones or homes owned by banks, government agency, or government loan insurers. They also won't buy homes with leased solar panels. The lease must be prepaid or purchased outright at the time of closing. Now, they also won't buy a home if it's being sold as a short sale or a foreclosure. And the home can't have unpermitted additions or any significant foundation issues or damage from floods, fires, or other natural disasters. And it can't have dated materials like polybutylene plumbing or masonite woodruff roofs. They also won't buy a home that has a well or septic system, or if there's any active organic growth like mold.
According to Opendoor's website, they show an at-a-glance comparison between selling to Opendoor and selling the traditional way from their viewpoint. Now here's where we like to offer some of our thoughts. First of all, they state that they are currently charging a 5% service fee, but it is subject to change. Although when you get your offer, you will know exactly how much your fee will be. This fee will cover their closing costs of buying, maintaining, marketing, and selling the home after you've sold it. Now let's talk about repairs. Yes, it can be definitely helpful for a seller to know that they don't have to come up with any money out of pocket to pay for repairs before closing. However, if you were to sell the traditional way, you're not necessarily going to have to pay for repairs up front either. Not every buyer asks for repairs, and if they do, many times it can be negotiated for the amount of the repairs to be taken off of the sales price or towards closing cost. Some vendors will even agree to get paid for repairs at closing. There are options here, and I've personally never seen a buyer ask for $30,000 worth of repairs unless it was an investor. Even though Opendoor doesn't ask for any money up front for repairs, they will definitely be lowering their final cash offer or sales price to account for any repairs they deem necessary. Now, as for the closing costs of 1 to 4%, this can be negotiated in a traditional sale. Opendoor does state on their website that if the home is in Texas, the seller must have a current property survey available or pay $400 for a new one. Typically, this would be a buyer expense in traditional sale, but again, it is very negotiable. The home prep and staging costs are not always needed and are not always expensive if necessary when selling the home the traditional way. Many times sellers can price their home to sell as is without prepping, staging, or repairs, and sell for much more than 70% of fair market value. As far as seller concessions, again, this can be negotiated in traditional sale. Not all buyers request it, and if they do, there are ways to deal with it, like having the buyer roll those costs requested into their loan. Opendoor shows that less time control means more potential costs when it comes to home ownership and overlap cost. Well, I've rarely seen this be an issue. Most of the time the seller can negotiate the closing date or move out date to align with their timeline. A lease back after closing can also be negotiated with the buyer to accommodate the seller. Of all the reasons Opendoor is giving not to sell the traditional way, there are many ways a great real estate agent knows how to navigate around them to find solutions without giving up 30% of their home's equity, convenience, or speed of sale. We'll talk more about this in a little bit.
We told you we would look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of selling your home to Opendoor, so let's look at the ugly. We pulled a few reviews of Opendoor on the Better Business Bureau website, where they currently have a 1.18 rating out of 5 from 206 reviews. Now, some of the highlights that stuck out are: spent the 2 months getting everything Opendoor and the title company requested. Opendoor lowballed me an offer, then took out $43,000 for repairs, but still promised I would make $20,000 profit after closing. I got a phone call saying I owed $22,000 after closing. Took a bunch of my time and then offered $150,000 less than what I could sell my house for traditionally, in addition to charging 5% commission and lots of inappropriate closing repair fees. Opendoor initially offered close to fair market value for our home. The new offer comes in for $30,000 less than the original, plus their fee, plus almost $20,000 in repairs. Don't bother. This company won't pay you what your home is worth, and it will be a hassle the whole time. Over $20,000 worth of repairs at the end, and take that out of the already lowball offer they give you. I have no idea how this inspector managed to calculate $25,000 worth of repairs from his 7-minute inspection. Seriously, do not waste your time. They seem to have a standard of quoting $30,000 in repairs, even when none are needed. The initial offer was similar to the market value of our home. The final offer came in and it was $105,000 less than the initial offer. We were under contract on a new home thinking we'd have $100,000 plus to put down on that home, and with the new offer, we'd be leaving with less than $40,000. Unbelievable. Now we lost out on a home we were under contract on. These reviews don't sound like there were many people happy with Opendoor's benefits of speed and convenience.
As far as offers, Opendoor's had to get really savage on what they're willing to pay for homes after getting caught for overpaying to buy homes in the last couple of years. When the market shifted, they started losing money like crazy. Oh, and there's also that big payout of $62 million because of the Federal Trade Commission ruling. The FTC took action against Opendoor for cheating potential home sellers for tricking them into thinking that they could make more money selling their home to Opendoor than going to the open market using the traditional sales process.
So, should you sell your home to Opendoor? Well, it depends on your situation and, of course, whether your home meets their criteria. But before you're so quick to give up thousands of dollars of equity for speed and convenience, we would definitely recommend you talk with a great real estate agent first. Find out what they can do to alleviate your concerns or solve the challenges that you have that would make you want to consider selling to Opendoor. Is your issue that you don't want to have open houses and showings? Well, open houses don't actually sell homes and aren't even necessary. If you don't want to be inconvenienced to leave for showings, your agent could offer specific windows of time when the most people could see the home at the same time. That way you can plan to be gone for a specific amount of time on a specific day. Do you need a quick sale? How about offering your home for sale at 5 or 10% below market value? You'll get offers quick and probably above your asking price. Your agent can negotiate a quick closing date or even potentially a cash deal.
The bottom line is that you have choices that you may not even be aware of. So don't be so quick to throw away your hard-earned money. If you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we'll be happy to walk you through your options to sell. And even if you live outside the area, we've got relationships with great agents all across the country that would be glad to connect you with.